Hi everyone, this is Demo Gonzalez of Heartwood Financial Services. Hey, thanks for joining us for our latest educational video. In these videos, I like to get into topics and really give you a little history and help you understand a little bit better the markets so that you don't get persuaded by the fear mongering and all the hype that you sometimes see in the media. So today's topic is, how does war affect the market? So let's jump right into it. All right, so before we get started and getting right into the economics, I do want to point out the obvious that war is horrible. It has all kinds of ramifications. The biggest one, of course, is the human toll. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I've been hearing a lot of my clients concerned about what's going on recently with Ukraine and Russia, and now we add Israel, Hamas, and Hezbollah, and how maybe this can turn into a bigger conflict, and I hope it doesn't. But I wanted to share with you a couple charts that shows some historical context of what's happened in the past. And so I want to direct your attention to this chart here. As you can see here by this chart, after the first week, and when there's geopolitical events, there's a lot more volatility than normal, okay? And after the first week, the maximum loss versus the maximum gain is pretty big, and the loss is worse than the gain. So on average, we're down after a geopolitical event, after the 1 week and after the 1 month. But what I want to point out here is, look what starts to happen after 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. Again, these are averages. I'm going to show you on the next slide some specific events. But you can see that on average, you could still, after these horrible geopolitical events, you can have the market start to regain. And what I really want you to focus in on the most is this 1 year. All right, on the 1 year after these big geopolitical events, the market has averaged being up 12.3%. And so, and what this 83 is, 83% of the time the market has had a gain, okay, after 1 year from these conflicts. So I know it's hard to separate what's going on right now and look at the market and think a little bit more than just short term, but you have to be a good investor, you have to look a little bit beyond what's going on right now. And you also have to know that the hype and the fear that comes from the media is sometimes a little bit worse than reality. All right, here's the final chart that actually breaks down all the different events since World War II. And maybe they don't have everything, but it includes a lot of things in here. And you can see, again, after 1 week, after 1 month, the averages, yeah, they can be negative, and there's a little bit more volatility. But once you start going beyond that, you start going to 3 months, 6 months, a year, you could see how the averages are much more positive. Now, I will point out a couple things. You know, you did have, after Germany invades France, beginning of World War II, we did have a negative 22% that year. We did have a negative 20%, and this was right around 9/11, okay, and it also coincided with some bombings in Yemen. And so there are some anomalies to this, but there's a lot of other ones where we've had huge positive returns after 1 year, like the Iraq War, and you can see the Falkland Islands War, and the USSR in Afghanistan, and all these others. So unless what's happening today is like World War III, and I know some people have put that out there, you know, we're probably not going to have a repeat of what we saw here unless it escalates. And of course, that's something that we always have to keep a very close eye on, although it does look like it's being contained, at least for the moment. But it's always something to keep an eye on. And outside of that, this could actually be an opportunity for folks to invest when there's a little bit of fear out there, so you can invest and take advantage of prices taking dips. All right. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And as always, thanks for watching and God bless. Bye-bye.